Hi, welcome again to another SSO update. I have Chris Simpson here,
Hey everybody.
one of my favorite students, and the reason he's one of my favorite students is that he came in his first lesson was incredibly shy, very very shy. I've never probably as much as I've ever seen that. And then we got through some of the exercises, and like this voice just exploded out of the exercises, and this nice spinning vibrato, good resonance, amazing tone. It just, and his high notes were all in place. I don't know. You used the Singing Success program before that first lesson, right?
Yeah, I think I'd use it for 2 or 3 months.
2, 3 months. Let's be honest here, right?
Yeah. I don't want to lie to you guys.
So it was kind of a shock to me to see somebody that could sing well like that and have just, I would consider that a gifted singer, but be so shy about it. So, and I know I've seen it again since then, and I want to talk a little bit about that, bringing, like, what is it that causes somebody who does have a gift, and you've come to find that out, it seems, that you might not even have known that. Because there's other singers out there I know that are watching this that can relate to you. Like, tell me about why you've been so shy with singing.
I think it comes from my family background more than anything. So I'm gonna start already. Here we go. I grew up in an alcoholic family. It's pretty dysfunctional. My dad was the alcoholic in the family, and I think even aside from the alcohol, he was actually abused quite a bit worse than I ever was when he was growing up. So all I ever got was the verbal side of things, which I mean that can be just as bad as the physical in a lot of cases. So growing up, I wasn't really given a lot of tools to have good self-esteem, to have that confidence. I was insulted, berated more than anything else, I guess. So I've never had much confidence in anything I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm extremely, people would say, codependent. I always look for somebody else's opinion before I can form my own opinion about myself. It's just the way I'm built right now. I'm working on it though.
Working on it, yeah. Do you think having the exercises is something to like lean on that you know, like, okay, this is something I can do every day to improve, like it's helping you build confidence?
Yeah, I would say it is. It definitely is. Because there's some exercises I started with and I was like, oh man, that sounds horrible. Sorry, I can hear me whispering. Oh man, that sounds horrible. But the more I went through them, the easier they got. And now I've gotten to where I can hit some notes that I couldn't hit before, so it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Now I've gotten to where I'll make up retarded little jingles for everything every day and sing, and people are like, what's wrong with you, man? But they like it, so
wow.
They joke about it. It's good.
So you guys will hear him singing a bit. We'll do some run-throughs here, and then we'll even do some songs to follow up. But are you feeling where you might be singing in front of people, or do you still feel?
Well, I did that once. I did it in high school. We had a talent. I was in a band in I guess it was my freshman year. And then I didn't do anything with those guys for a long time. And then my senior year, right before the talent show toward the end of the year, they called me. It was like the weirdest. It was like a jock from the football team, and then like a sort of kind of stoner guy, and then like a band guy that did the drums, and then like a soccer guy, and then me, just Joe Blow. So it was like a really weird band that kind of got together at the last minute. And they asked me to be in the band. We had like 4 hours to practice total for the songs.
Wow.
But
not very much.
Yeah, it isn't. But it turned out really well, actually. I was so nervous beforehand. I was like, all kinds of stomach antacid stuff I was taking beforehand. It messed my stomach up for a while. But it turned out really, really good. However, that was like the most stress I think I've ever felt. And I guess after it was over, as much as I enjoyed it, I kind of like, whoa, again. So.
Well, hopefully we'll get you back out there. I mean, how long ago was that? Like lots.
That was like 10 years ago.
10 years, yeah.
It's a long time ago.
And you guys are going to be surprised when you hear him sing that you haven't really done that in front of people and used that in 10 years. So one of my goals for you is to help empower you with the confidence with the singing. That's why these lessons will help a lot, because you're like, I know I'm doing this, I know. And you came into this lesson before we started rolling and said you got a song you're working on and you think you've got that compression nailed down. You got it. That's exciting for me to see that you're like confident on something.
Finally, yeah. I needed to deal with it for so long.
Because the first lesson was like, I don't know what's right, I don't know anything. But you were doing so many things very well. Well, okay, we'll get started with some exercises.
Okay.
2 goals today for you. I want to keep that float, that spin that you have in your voice, because it's very cool. It's like very small but noticeable flutter in your tone. It floats. It's beautiful. I want to keep that coming, and even as we lean in and hold pressure and compression, and see what we can do with the least amount of effort. All right. So there's kind of 3 goals: least amount of effort, holding compression, and floating.
Okay.
All right. So just to warm back up, even though you're saying it, it's always good to just warm back into it.
I can't do it without that. I have to hold my lips. Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, me too. I'm just 2 hands on the piano. Still dealing with a little bit of mucus left over. The shoot actually got canceled last week because he got sick. So we'll see what happens. Sounds good. Loosen that up a little bit. You just want to keep as much freedom here.
Top of the range here.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Even come down in volume on the G there. Instead of
Okay.
like small.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. That's good.
Mucus is keeping me from hitting
I
it.
know what
Sorry.
you mean. I know it gets clicky up there.
Yeah.
Where the mucus grabs onto part of the note, and
Yeah.
then some of it doesn't.
It's actually hit it, just it sounds bad.
That's all right. Hitting it's not important. It's just floating up there because we don't sing that high. This is just keeping the voice technical. Yeah, sure. That's confidence, right?
No, I don't.
Ready? Come down. Slowly as you can, realistically. That's fine. Those little skips are because of the mucus. That's all right. Come down with. It's in G, like sing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Warm up our head resonator, so the head voice, and go. Just a little bit. Good. Just grab a little more, and there we go. So it's not.
Okay.
Less breathiness. Hold back a little bit.
Okay.
Just keep that feeling, hold it back. There's more closure there. That's getting better. I like it. Good, let's hold them out a little bit longer, and then just hold them. Just feel where it is. It's gonna be weird because you're just starting it, but get past that little mark where there's like 2 seconds of holding and then stop.
Okay.
Just get past it. Right. Let's see how much we can blow on it. So if we go. And then pull back.
Okay.
So blow as much as you're comfortable with, and then pull back. Feel the ballooning of the resonance.
Okay.
Feel it in your head. And you guys can try this too at the same time. Watch your chord closure because it'll tend to break apart a little bit on you.
Yeah.
And bring that cry back into it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's okay. That jumping up in the whistle there for a second. Again. Yow.
Yow.
A little bit lower. Yow.
Yow.
Let's stay with what the mucus isn't touching. Right around the second bridge.
Okay.
Yow. Now, what voice are we in? Head, mix, chest, falsetto?
You're the teacher.
Does it matter? That's the point. Doesn't matter. We're just looking for light connected qualities. I mean, I don't try to get too much into. What is it? Is it falsetto? No, falsetto. Is it head? Adding more chest. What is it? It doesn't matter. We're just looking for sounds that have closure in them, just for warming up. So just don't get too caught up on the terminology at this point, because a lot of people might be thinking, head voice only, head voice only. Not exactly. Just looking for quality. So again. Good. Yeah. That's good. Again. Yeah. That's it. They go, yeah. Just that light quality. Good. Stay with that. Nice. Good. Drop it like, You can still be low and have edginess in it. Now, most people, when they go low larynx, they'll go, lose the quality. But you can be low and still have the edge in it. There it is. I feel ping already happened. Yeah. Good. Now lean in just a little. Go. Use the chewing action.
Okay.
To release it. Nice. That's all that was.
Nuts.
The quality, even with mucus, that's what's cool to see about this guy exercising. Right? Sounds great. They're floating, resonance, fullness. It's not falsetto. It's in this magical, light, easy place. This is a great lesson for people to kind of study and look at, like, what is he doing? Because a lot of people have no in between, and they need that. They need that in between because it'll be. Like there's nothing. Mom, 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 what is that voice? It's not falsetto. It's in a mix, but it's lighter than just going smacking in full.
Okay.
And you're getting that quality. I do that because he's got that in his voice, and I'm bringing that out. It was there on lesson 1. I didn't do that. Singing success may have, but really, that's something that's one of your strengths. So it's good to see. Chris Keller, I don't know if you've seen him online. He's one of our teachers. He has that quality, that easy spinning quality up there. So watch some of his lessons if you want to know more about that part of the voice. Okay. So now let's lean in a little bit. Okay, and just it's like if that was 50% what we were giving, maybe we're at 55, 60. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds better than me, doesn't it? All right, hit that again. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Just the perfect. Now drop the larynx just a tiny bit, just to explore.
Okay.
Because it's not right or wrong. High larynx, low larynx. At that point, it's a different sound.
Okay.
What do you want? Let's try something else. Good. Blow. Keep that air coming straight at me. All right.
Okay.
And then there's also that leaning thing I wanted to do on the film here to show how to keep compression, but just keep what you're doing and just blow more. Good. Hold it longer. All that is I see with a tiny bit of clutter, but it's still full and it's got resonance. It's beautiful. Okay, so now let's stand up. So one thing I want to do is put your hands out.
Okay.
This is something you can do with a friend, or you can do it. Now lean against me like that. And what I'm going to do is sing, and then push against you while I'm singing. And then when I'm done with my phrase, I'll pull back.
Okay.
That's how the voice feels. So if I go, ma 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 ma, and then I come back off.
Okay.
Or you can complete the whole phrase, ma 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 ma.
Okay.
Then I'm done. That feeling of what I just did helps me as a singer, and it will help you when you try and do the same thing. To feel the voice doing the same thing. Because if I just go ma 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 ma, it's harder to do that. So building that feeling will help us when we go and sing, and we don't have each other to lean on. So to speak. All right. So I'm gonna hold it for you. Here's your pitches. That's what you want. So on a G, and I'm just gonna hold. You just push it against me and sing. Ma 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 ma. Good. Keep pushing.
Okay,
So yeah, do it again.
Okay.
Ma 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 ma. Good. There's intensity. All right. Next one up. Ma 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 ma. Good. You know what I love about that, and it's a subtle change. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it as well as I do right here. I'm feeling it. There's intensity in the tone that it's like the difference between 90% intensity and 70% intensity when you're doing it just without having that press, the actual physical press, what we're doing. So we're going to keep going. We'll do the A here. Same feeling.
One more time. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Keep that air coming out. Now to do this, go. Yeah. Good. Now press against me and do it. Good. You feel that?
Okay.
That minute, that like point in time where your air, your tone, and your float, and all that just presses. It holds.
Okay.
And it's almost like it's just incrementally going a little bit closer, and then you're done with your phrase.
Okay.
All right, and that's what this is supposed to bring out. So right on the A here. Ma 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 ma. Good. It's starting to get that. You can feel that.
I like that. Yeah, it feels so good.
You ready?
Yep.
Ma 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 ma. Good. Now you're done. One more. Ma 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 kind of the B flat. Good. Now let's dig a little bit deeper into the chord.
Okay.
And you have a very light floating quality to the voice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bring a little bit more fullness, just a tiny bit, because I don't want to mess with your tone too much, because I like it.
All right.
And give a little bit of a kind of like a trumpet with the and that deepness will bring more fullness to your tone. You'll like it. We've done this before. Good, easy. Listen. You can go even further. Good. And as long as this doesn't tense up, use the lips, not the muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's good to know. It's not. It's not here. This is all relaxed, but you build the pressure up with the lips as an aid, and then hopefully you can carry on to just the minimal amount of chord tension, just enough, just what you need in order to get that sound out. So. Sorry. That feels good. Do it again. Good, like a trumpet. By yourself? Now you'll be able to hear the difference on that.
It feels good.
It does.
Yeah,
it feels good. Now do this. I'm gonna come off, right?
All right.
Yeah, you can feel it's more uncomfortable than what you're used to,
Yeah.
but there's an extra layer. It's called format. It's coming
Called
in.
what?
Format.
Format.
Format. It sits around 2800 to 3100 hertz.
Okay.
You'd have to actually measure it on a frequency analyzer. It's cool, guys, to measure, girls too, to measure where the format is. Mine actually sits at about 2700 when I get that boom, the ring on top, 2700 for me. Brett's is actually fairly wide. It goes like 2900 and 3100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very deep. It's huge. Yours will be a little different than anybody's. Everybody's unique, and that's what makes your voice actually unique when you go up there. Okay.
All right.
So let's get that again. Just as easy as you can. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's fitting better. Okay.
Yeah, do it again.
I feel better. Okay.
Good. Now let's press again.
Okay.
Good. Now
Okay.
hold it up.
Okay.
And then come off.
All right.
Listen once. Get the inspiration. And then come off. You got it. Good. A little bit at a time. That's how you build the power and the volume of the voice. So you saw where we started into headier qualities, warmed it up, added a little bit of edge here, a little bit of compression, a little bit of that, just that feeling of keeping the tone going in one direction, forward. And it's not like going back, like I'm going here and here's my tone and here it comes back and forth. No, straight out, straight out. Ironically, good pop singing feels like that too. It's like your voice is its own compressor rather than letting a box in the studio do it. You keep everything coming straight out, and that's how you lay the best vocals. So now let's take this idea and actually sing something. Pause that for a second.
All right.
So,
Bad note.
well, the reason, what are you on? Che?
Che. Yeah.
Che. That's because ch is not voiced. So, so you have to add the voice in intentionally underneath it.
Okay.
It's like singing the word like praise.
Mm-hmm.
Praise is a hard word to sing for Christian artists because it doesn't have a voice.
Yeah.
And you have to start in the middle. Praise. So when you're up high, pray. You tend to break.
Yeah.
Pray. Same thing with che.
Che.
Che. Also in opera, there's a song Nessun Dorma at the end. It's Vincero.
Mm.
Vincero. That part. Che is they tend to break on that on the beat because of the che.
Okay.
So rewind that, get your line up, and we'll work through that couple. There's a couple lines there. Okay.
Baby, 你就是我的唯一。
Good.
Okay.
And that line, remember, the whole thing.
Okay.
It's all in one phrase,
Okay.
and push against me. So to do that thing we were doing, now sing it.
Okay. Baby, 你就是我的唯一。
Yes,
Okay.
there it is. Now sing it by yourself.
Okay. Baby, 你就是我的唯一。
Good. Now you don't have to get loud on it, but it's just got to hold that pressure there.
Okay.
Because before you were backing off just a little bit before you got to
Okay.
it.
All
Doesn't always help.
All right.
All right, next line.
两个世界都变形。
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. I think I broke the first one saying that.
All right, sing it again.
I heard it. So that's
Way too So it's a little couple because what's the first word that you're singing?
Hui.
Hui.
Hui, yeah.
So maybe it's way.
Yeah, way. I
And then
guess so.
because it's not voiced either.
Yeah, exactly.
So sing it again with way instead of hui.
Okay.
Good. Now you want the way to. There's a break in the compression there,
Uh-huh.
a tiny bit. It's not a break. It's more of a you're pulling back
Oh, okay,
a little
okay,
bit.
okay.
So what's the actual word? The full word.
回去
Say it one more time.
回去
Sing it though.
Oh.
There. Way to. Don't go way to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Way to.
Okay.
One complete phrase. You're leading the whole time. Do it.
Okay.
Good.
Sorry.
And hold the vibrato. That's okay.
Okay.
A little bit of mucus at the end, but
Yeah.
hold the vibrato off on the way to. That's gonna be like way to.
Okay.
So actually do that. Go. Say it just like that.
That-
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Grunt into it a little bit.
Okay. The original key or the way you did
in the middle there, just that
Okay.
lower.
Okay.
Again. See, I'm not going way to down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Da. Keep it coming. Now the
Okay.
way to time.
Okay.
One phrase the whole time.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Way to. It's going way to.
Okay. Like
Go
that.
way to. Barely say the consonant.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now add a little bit more consonant, but the voice must stay solid up underneath those unvoiced consonants.
Okay.
That's the secret.
Okay.
Is when you're saying shh, like she or whatever.
So much of that in Chinese.
Yeah, there is a lot of that she,
Yeah.
and even V's and P's and all that. You've got to have the voice solid up underneath it, and it's not depending on the consonant. So when we say like mum,
Uh-huh.
that consonant helps the voice. When you say pa,
That doesn't help.
the voice has to stay solid. It's like going on its own. So you have to be but pa 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 she. So let's do that on an A here. A flat and go chi. Good. You can already feel it's a little harder than the other ones. Do it again.
Okay.
As easy as you can. Neck free of tension. The voice holds its own compression. All right. And lean against me. Chi. Good. Do it again. You can feel where it's on the edge. That's okay. That feels solid up underneath.
All right. Cool.
All right. Now get your key again.
Okay.
Sing along.
我的唯一，让你对着电话说爱你。Oh, sorry, wrong part. 爱你。
Now go back to the part where it has the chi in it, and let's cover that one more time, just for sure.
Oh, sorry.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, a little before that. Here it comes.
Yeah, all right.
你就是我的唯一，让这世界都变形，
Sorry.
That's fine.
未觉得那么容易，
There it is.
决定你就是我的唯
So
一。
pause it.
All right.
All you did, you just kind of built that into the voice a little bit. Built the independence
Okay.
from consonants just a little bit more for you on those chays and shays and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's a good exercise for you to do. It's very difficult. If you try this and go chay 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 to hold the voice together. Let's
Yeah.
do it one more time, just for their benefit. On the A flat. Go chay 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 chay.
J J J J J J J J J
Chay 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 chay.
J J J J J J J J.
Sorry,
Is
wrong
it B
key.
flat already?
My
There's a
bad.
B. Chay 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 chay. It's easy.
J J J J J J J J
There you
J.
go. Chay.
J.
Okay.
Yeah. So you started a phrase with che, but you had dependency in your independency. Dependence. That's the word. I'm looking for. In the voice, so that even though you started with the ch, you were able to carry that whole phrase all the way up and down.
Okay.
And so that translates right into your singing like that.
Okay.
So that's
All right. Cool.
That's part of it, and a little bit of that holding, that compression and pressing. It's good for you to do that, like press against something or somebody, or I know you don't like to sing in front of people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sometimes the wall, just push against it just to have that feeling. But
Okay.
as soon as you bring that into the voice, it just lightens up, and you can already hear his voice is already very pleasant to listen to.
Getting there. It's getting there.
And that mucus, that's
Yeah. I broke notes a few times because of that. So.
That's all right. We're not listening for that. But Chris, thanks so much
Thank you.
for doing this and getting on camera.
I appreciate it.
Sharing this with everybody.
Thanks, guys.
You guys have a nice day.